Welcome to Series 3 of the Callisto Grand Big Change podcast. In this series, we explore and reveal the personal and professional sides of senior executives in large companies. Reaching the top in any field is never straightforward, requiring many years of personal investment and dedication. I'm Mark Harrison, founder of Callisto Grand. Over there in Hungary is my colleague Esther Gabriel, and today's guest is Peter Buci, the Chief Operating Officer at Datapac. Datapac is an innovative, product-oriented company whose main activity is the development and implementation of information systems, especially for the retail segment, with the main focus on retail fueling, and where the customer experience is enhanced by adopting innovative products such as outdoor payment terminals and eco-tanks. Datapac is better known to the Callisto Grand audience as our partner in analyzing telephone calls, as a key part of our training program through applying futuristic machine learning, neural networks, AI, business intelligence, and speech-to-text technology, resulting in call script alignment. Collection analytics is the future of communication training, as these call script alignment dashboards deliver detailed analytics and improve visibility of collector performance. Good afternoon, Peter.
Hello, Mark. It's a pleasure for me to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
You're more than welcome. So the Datapac head office is in Bratislava. Is that your hometown?
Yes. So Datapac is based in Bratislava. That's correct. And Bratislava used to be my hometown. I spent here for more than 15 years. But 2 years ago, we moved to a smaller city near Bratislava. So currently, I am enjoying the life outside of Bratislava.
So over the years, Bratislava has changed a lot. What are your recollections of your early days?
Yes, Bratislava changed a lot as Slovakia as such is a young country. Bratislava is a young capital city, so Bratislava developed a lot, and I had a chance to be a part of this development as I came here to Bratislava. It was 20 years ago for studies. Bratislava and its development really accompanied me in my career development. So yes, I had a chance to always move from company to company, and then I was moving from new offices to new offices as it was evolving in Bratislava. So Bratislava developed a lot and changed a lot. Yes, can confirm.
This is because a lot of the multinational companies that moved in, and you were working for some of those. You were at the end. You were working for Deloitte before you moved to Datapac, yeah.
Yeah, at the beginning, I used to work for AT&T, and when I joined AT&T, it had 50 to 100 employees, and currently, I guess they employed more than 3,000 here in Slovakia. So yes, as all these companies made their investments here, Bratislava became a real capital, and now it's there.
It never fails to fascinate me when I arrive by train or go through, particularly by the train, like say going through to Budapest or whatever. The whole skyline is cranes and new buildings, and it seems to have been that way in all the 15 years that I've been in the area. An exciting time for Slovakia of the country.
Yes, we have a new downtown basically these days.
It is, isn't it? Like financial district in the old town.
Mm-hmm.
So so what was your journey from school then? Because as you were schooling and university, most of that wasn't around. What was your kind of initial career ambitions, and what was the path that brought you to where you are today?
We have been sort of preparing for this podcast, and it makes me thinking about my past, my career at the beginning, and basically I came to one thing that basically I didn't know what I want to do. So I have been studying information science. So naturally, I have close to new technologies, and I just went to a job fair, and I got a handshake with AT&T, where I started as a project manager.
Okay.
And but I was still sort of looking what I would like to do, and I changed the job several times, and I spent a lot of years in advisory services, more than 10 years. Yes, and I was a part of a big four company where I have learned a lot. So you have a lot of clients, a lot of corporate clients. You learned a lot of business processes, and you just speed up your career by this, because you have to have a really quick learning curve to get or to be onboarded to a project and to a new client, to a new industry. So really, these consulting services give me a lot to speed up maybe my career growth, and I am grateful for those years. But recently, I got feeling that I am looking for something tangible, that not just I didn't want to be just the PowerPoint producer, how to say that. I really would like to see the results of my work in real life, in production, and the key driver for this was maybe my kids, that they've been asking me that, what are you doing? And I was not able to explain them in that way that they would understand it. So that's why I started to think about it, and I joined Datapac, which is now fulfilling these goals, because we really do some tangible products which you may see around you, especially on petrol station or in call centers, where we are doing the analytic services. So basically, that's it.
So this is more than you had a sense that you wanted to be more innovative, creative, and working in the environment that you were with the consulting firm. It wasn't always possible to do what you wanted to do. It was more always what the consulting firm wanted, or indeed what the client wanted. Yeah. So you were somewhat limited to your being able to use your imagination and so on. Yeah.
Yes, it was always about the client needs and about the client's constraints or problems, and we were there to solve it. So this is similar, that you are always fulfilling some clients' requirements, but with the real impact in solving them. That you are doing the implementation of it, not just the designing or advising. Yes.
It's interesting what you say there. You're trying to describe what you were doing before to your children, and that's hard to describe. That's very, and that was a catalyst of saying, hang on, where am I going to do this the rest of my life, kind of thing. Yeah. So, and
it's definitely a nice job as well, but maybe in one time I will come back to that. But at this period of my life, I think that I found what I was looking for right now. And yes, it just makes you happy when you see it somewhere outside, and when you are driving for a holiday and you see your products on the petrol station or
that's a good point. Yeah. And then now you can actually point at it to the children and say,
yes,
that's one of ours.
That's how it works. Yes.
I like that. That's very, actually, I think you're right. It is nice when you work for a company that you say that that's us, and that's us. Yeah.
Yes, it's like that. And yes, and also for them it's then easier to explain also at schools that what your daddy is doing. So
rather than I'm a good data consultant. Yeah. As you were going through university and your early days, did you have mentors or heroes and people that even now perhaps you look back on as a reference point when you're decision making?
I have read several bestseller book, and yes, there is a lot of rules and guidelines how to set up your career, how to speed up your career, and so on. There is a lot of literature out there, but for me, the most important thing is that you should have a look for a good boss, good supervisor, because he can teach you a lot. And this is something what I was lucky for, and also on those bosses I used to have, which I was not satisfied at that time. At the end, or now, a few years later, I see that a lot of things which I consider at the time that was bad, I found it right now, because it's just forming your career, yes, as such, but forming your character, forming your professional way of doing things. We are just mirroring the world which is around us, and as we have a good mentor, we are trying to mirror him, and in most of the way. I have a passion to optimize processes as such, and during the consulting services, I used to have a lot of opportunities how to optimize the business processes as such, and as the time was going, more and more optimization proposals or quick wins or some long-term initiatives have been connected to technology. We are currently much more connected with the technologies, and technologies basically are processing our businesses. And if I can add some parallel in Datapac is a young company. Basically, we grew up from about 30 people up to close to 100 right now. And I didn't realize at the beginning that 100 people is a tough to manage, and we need a system. And I don't mean right now the information system as such, but we need a system in order to organize the team as such, organizational structure, processes, and so on and so on. And as we define this system, we come to the point we have to have this system supported by information system. So currently we are at the end of implementation of our I call it like a backbone of our company. It's an information system where we basically store all the operation, all the tasks, all the activities, and it goes from the sale up to the end to the operation of our product. And this is yes, and we can do it via the appliances. So like everybody knows, the technology comes really close to us and makes our days easier. So we can do it via laptops, via phones, and we are all connected to the 24/7. So this is what has changed, that we are much more cross-connected with the technology.
Yeah. And I think some of what you're saying as well, because the company it's growing very fast with lots of new people coming on board. It's also important that a culture is maintained. Well, first, a culture is established, who we are, what we do, how do we present ourselves to our customers in a consistent way. And I think that some of that I think what you were describing as well. Yeah, so everyone knows the Datapac brand. So in your job, as you said, you're kind of on call 24 hours a day, or potentially. You do a lot of traveling, seeing customers. You have a lot of responsibility for the success of the company and your employees. So there must be a lot of times, or there must be times when you have to be working, you have to go see people, you have to travel, but maybe there are times you don't want to. How do you motivate yourself and your teams in those moments?
Basically, how to motivate people. I'm trying to show them the examples. So it's always good for people to see what they have done. So we are trying to promote the culture of celebrating success. And if we have some successes in our products or in our project on the customer sides, we are always trying to promote it internally in order to empower people and make them motivated based on what they have done, because everything what we produce is just the result of their work. So this is the I think the direct way how to make people satisfied. I don't know people who are not satisfied on what they have done. So I'm just using the examples, and also in some critical situation, I'm pointing out these results or good moments of what we have achieved, and just tell them that we will overcome. I don't know if we are facing some issues or something.
And one of the important things that we often forget these days, I think, is just to say thank you, well done. We appreciate your efforts in that, and that empowers people, doesn't it? And then you have the bit where when people are recognised, they're certainly more inclined to improve what they do, right? So that's and then that becomes a two-way thing, then, doesn't it? That energizes you, and you're energizing them, right? And I think that more than anything else, I don't think anybody can kind of sustain themselves. They have to be influenced by others, don't they? From the management down and from the people up.
Yes, totally agree. And in general, people are willing to participate. People are willing to contribute, and at the end, it helps you to cascade the goals, the targets of what we have to achieve as a company, as you can help them to understand how they can contribute to these goals, and just by showing them what are their results, and then how they can contribute to this.
Okay. And then kind of the flip side of that, so we focused a lot on work and work energy and so on. How do you kind of decompress away from work? Do you have any hobbies or pastimes and that kind of thing?
I used to be a professional skier. Yes, till my 14, I guess. So I really like skiing and sport as such. I think that sports help people to positive thinking as such, and so it gives you the time to not think about the job. You have to think about the game or focusing on what you are doing during the sport, so you don't have time to think about the problems from your professional life. So it's really relaxing. And secondly, yes, I do have family. I have 3 sons, so I spend a lot of time with them. 2 of them are 10 and 12. So they are in an age with a lot of energy, and in most of the sports we are doing together, they are even better than I. So, this is the way how I
get away from work,
relax. Yes.
If I could just explore the skiing thing a bit more, I didn't realize. So you said you were a professional skier. So how far did you get professionally?
Not very far, but
wrong answer. Go on.
Not very far, but yes, I got to some races, and I was in not too far. Just
did you represent Slovakia or anything like that?
No. I didn't get that much far. So I just represent our club, which is not existing right now. But,
so you were a competition skier then? So is that what you were saying?
Yes.
Until when? Until you were 40 or 14?
No, till 14.
14. All right. So when you
till
quite young, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Till my teenage.
Okay. So as a company leader then, and especially in these kind of crazy times of 2021, what do you think will be the challenges in the near future, and indeed opportunities as well, particularly in the business world?
Yes, as we are all now experienced with current COVID era, also our company has to get used to it. So all of our employees are currently at home office, and we thought that we are able to work from home from the beginning. But after a few weeks, the results shows us that we are not that much effective as we are working through the digital and through the technologies and through the teams and all this stuff. So we really have to find the right way how to. We really have to find a new way how to cooperate, how to coordinate our activities, and how to work with the people. Because the first problem was that after 2 weeks, that every person who would you like to call or to contact has a full calendar from 8 till 18. So that was the first time that there was no time how to operatively connect to the people except via some instant messaging or something else. We were not able to call because everybody was occupied, busy, and so on. So that's why we started to do some morning stand-ups, evening stand-ups, and basically, I don't want to say controlling or checking, but yes, controlling and checking what people do, what they have done, what they are planning to do tomorrow. And this makes our company more effective. But yes, we really have to change our operating model. And currently, I think we are doing well. And this was the impact to our company. And in general, yes, the social contact is something which is not replaceable at all, and which most of us is missing right now. And yes, maybe from time to time we were really busy by traveling, but currently I don't know a person who would not like to go somewhere else then. So
not wrong. You're not wrong.
So basically we just realized what we had, what liberty is meaning right now, and this is something what I think it's most important at this time.
It is. I think it's certainly one of the biggest challenges we've had is that human interaction, and like you said, just having a quick conversation by the coffee machine or 2-minute thing. It's everything has to be done by appointment, doesn't it? And like you said, Yeah, you think, well, you should take just, hey, you got 2 minutes. I just want to ask you about this. And now it's say, well, book an appointment like next week or something. I just want to ask you. I agree with that. And I think that's something I think we all have to work on. I quite like your ideas you said about having these stand-ups. And then I don't think it's controlling. I think it's important that you kind of create the opportunity that people can tell you what their problems and challenges have been in the day, and then you can respond to that, right? And then to create the environment that you have that two-way thing. Yeah, so it's that's something I think that all, particularly managers, have to work on a lot, and not forget the other people. They must always come first, yeah, and to be able to, that you're still approachable, that metaphorically your office door is open and all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Maybe one note to this, that and it was one of my tasks which I gave for myself, that I promised myself that I will call to each employee at least once a month during this home office era, just to replace them the social contact. And at the beginning of the call, I always remind them that I'm not calling about the job. I'm just calling how are you, and how do you feel, what if you miss something, and just give them the support that we are thinking about them, and yes, that the psychohygiene is always important, and so on and so on. So
it certainly is, and you're right. You have to stress that. Like, I'm just calling to see how you are. I'm not your boss right now. So it's and it's it is very important. And also one of the things that we've learned through my team working together is we have to be flexible as well. If like if people have children or other things they need to attend to, that you have to be flexible and make allowances for that. It's not kind of 9 to 5 anymore. Those hours can change, can't they? And as people are fitting things in around other responsibilities they have at home. Yeah. So it's I think that's probably a good thing that's come out of this, is it's made a lot of people realize, wow, that lady's a mum, or that guy has these other commitments and so on, which you wouldn't see if you were in the 9 to 5 environment. So in some ways, that's one of the positives. You get to find out more about people and their personal circumstances. Yeah. So I think moving forward then, and then looking back on what you've done through your career to date, if you could sit down and have a beer with the 18-year-old Peter, what advice would you give?
What would I recommend to 18 years old Peter is that always be active. Don't be afraid to present your opinion, because it is important. Many times you will be experienced that the proposals, the architectural designs, and or opinions placed by others are exactly what you would like to say or you would like to propose. And just don't be shy, and your parents a lot of invested into you, so it's time to turn it back. So be active, and it will help you in your career a lot, because you naturally become a leader among the group of people where are you working.
That's actually true. There's people are always so afraid to say something, aren't they? Because they're worried about what other people say. And probably 9 times out of 10, when you do say your opinion, everybody else says, yeah, I was thinking that. I'm so glad you said that. And then, as you said, that then propels you to be a leader in some shape or form, doesn't it? So whatever circumstances you're in, when you ask a question or make a point, it's often what other people are thinking as well. Yeah, I think there's a lot of value in what you just said then. And then finally, as Peter, not the COO, as the father, as the friend, and so on, what are your personal hopes and dreams for the future?
At this time, yes, to stay healthy,
Yes.
to stay healthy, and basically to always keep dreaming. And if you still have a dreams, you still have a passion to fulfill these dreams and to find an inner energy to be proactive and to find a way how to achieve the dream. So I think keep dreaming about the possibilities, and in this world, I think everything is possible. Impossible just takes longer.
Yes, that's something my father used to say, that miracles he will do anytime, the impossible takes a little bit longer. Yeah, so I think that's a lovely place to finish. Actually, that was really nice, and thank you very much for participating today. And I'm looking forward to sharing this with our audience. And yeah, Peter, what can I say? Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for inviting me.